Hi everybody. So we're having an extended freeze in the gym business. So I wanted to give you a heads up about the changes to your routine that are coming up. To start off with, I want to talk about some changes that you can implement on your own without too much extra thought. And without changing necessarily the structure of the workout. There are some simple changes that can continue your progression. I also want to just take a minute before I get into these progressions to urge you that if you do have some workouts that you're making either a higher volume workout or a higher intensity workout, or if you're going to start timing your workouts to increase the density, please do that with the understanding that we need a waviness of load. So if you've got a 2 workout or 3 workout per week routine, don't progress all of them. Certainly don't progress all of them to the same degree. Maybe keep one at the base level, make another one a little bit more intense, or make one of them less intense and another one more intense. We want to have that waviness of load so that there continues to be a lack of adaptation in your training process. What I mean by that is, if we're always seeking more, just like if we're always doing the same thing over and over and over again, the body will start to adapt sooner than if there's waviness, wide variations in either volume or intensity or density, whatever. So with that in mind, I want to take a moment in this first video just to tell you what categories we're going to be looking at for progressing your at-home routines. To start off with, and probably the simplest one to implement on your own part, is to increase the volume. How many reps are you accumulating per week? There are 2 very simple ways to do this. 1, perform more sets or more ladders. Don't change the reps, just do more sets. Another variation on volume that's very simple to implement if you're home, as a lot of us are, simply add an extra session per week. So these are very simple progressions. I'll talk a little bit more about how to do that specifically in the next video. Next, we've got intensity. In progressing your home routine, intensity comes in 2 basic categories. One is absolute intensity. You can add more weight or some band resistance, or you can increase the relative intensity. Say you've got an exercise that you're doing a ladder of 2, 3, 5 on. Well, your 5s are getting pretty easy, and your 2s and 3s are no problem. So what you do is you increase the intensity of the ladder. You're still going to accumulate the same number of reps in the ladder, but instead of 3 sets broken down into 2, 3, 5, do 2 sets, a set of 4 and a set of 6. You've accumulated the same volume, and you've done it at a higher relative intensity. So say you got a pressing bell that's a 10 rep max or so, and the 5s are getting easy, the 2s and 3s not a problem at all. 4 and 6 is going to be closer, more challenging level of repetition on that bell. Then you've got density, another category in which you can progress your home routines. A couple of different ways you can do it. Simplest, just time a workout at a relaxed pace and then pick up the pace next time around by reducing the time. Another variation, you could turn your pairs of exercises into trios or quads of exercise, turning supersets into giant sets. And then finally, we've got exercise prescription. This is one that I can take care of on my end quite easily, but there are some simple variations that we'll go over for you to implement at home. So volume, intensity, density, or exercise prescription. These are the ways in which you can progress your at-home routines relatively easily.